Hello and welcome back to Roll the Bones. Previously on Roll the Bones. Fire away.
Three different ragtag, completely mismatched.
Bloody bizarre.
Three bloody bizarre individuals were chatting to a dwarf named Swiftstone.
Swiftstone.
In the
In
middle
the
of
watch and wave.
yes, during the Feast of Welcome. And he basically, I think, if I got this right, he was a part of the Court of Whispers.
He was.
And he was asking us to look in to find an agent of Farsight.
From the Dominion.
Yes.
Who has metal eyes.
Yes.
That was the definitive feature.
Very strange.
Yeah.
And he told us that the agent would be involving themselves in the fight pit, an archery competition, and a magic competition. I
Potentially.
believe. Would potentially be interested in it. Yeah. Maybe they said.
And then to meet back. Wait. Oh no! Sorry. No. That's something different.
Yes, we were just told to investigate as much as we possibly could into this person, find out who they were.
And then I don't remember where we were meant to go afterwards.
Back to the Watch and Wave, I believe. We were supposed to meet back in the...
No, we were meant to meet them in a different place. It was... I have lost the note.
As have I. So basically, all three of us we're just going, yeah, we'll find him, and then just assume that would have been it. So, yeah, bravo us.
Absolutely. Our finding skills are clearly strong, so
yeah.
we were confident.
It was like the next town over or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why did nobody write that down?
I think we'll remember that.
There was a lot of exposition at
Not
the start of the game, I'll tell you that.
There was exposition.
But then we each entered into a little competition to try and get some info on other people, interesting people that might have entered, and
so the curse of bad rolling began.
It was a curse. It really was a curse. We were utterly cursed. Silas basically had a dance with a man named Lonuk, where Silas basically just kept sort of zipping around the arena, and for the most part avoiding getting hit, but not really hitting himself at all.
No, I got hit. I got hit quite a few times.
It didn't go well.
No, it did not.
But he did come out victorious in the end.
It took far longer than we'd hoped, but yes.
It went on, didn't it? That one.
But
Terrible rolling.
Wasn't the only failure, but we did get something that the chap was using a bronze sword or bronze dagger.
Oh yes, we did hear that.
But then Ansel took up the challenge of archery. And also absolutely sucked. But I think we can all agree that not the Omen, but the Yeoman.
The Yeoman. As we managed to clear up. That was very amazing.
Yeoman, was on fire until Ansel deliberately interfered with this. Yes. Though I'd like to point out your rolling was also terrible for this, so I felt at home already.
Yeah. Terrible rolls all around.
And again, the guy, bronze weaponry, had moved on.
Can't not mention Brigade of Whist.
That
poor sod. Who'd basically, I get the impression that he'd just sort of given all of his money to this competition in an extremely ill-advised move because he was not good. But if anything, he can't be faulted for the amount of hope that he had, clearly.
We did discover that the rumor was that we heard was that there was a blind chap who wouldn't do very well at it or something. I only wrote blind in my notes.
Yes, but he was.
Where we discovered that
maybe blind, but then we put sort of two and two together because we heard that he had metal eyes, which, sort of worked. But we didn't come anywhere near winning the archery competition.
It,
I
it
should
was
say
unlikely that Ansel had even held a bow before, based on those
Yeah.
rolls.
it didn't go well, but we got the information required, and that is what matters. And then we decided that we would check out the magic competition, where things were not to improve.
No,
Not
decidedly
really.
not.
I think the wizard's name is Pugwillen. Is that right?
That's correct,
There was
yeah.
Yes, who
There was
glitter dusted the crowd, if I remember correctly.
he accidentally blinded the crowd briefly, meaning he was magically inclined, but just a bit sloppy. And Obsidian was pushed.
Indiscriminate.
Obsidian was pushed into entering this competition. He was like, "This won't work. It won't go down well, guys." And they were like, "No, do it!" And so he did. He did.
We
He did it.
summoned a lady skeleton.
He summoned a beautiful dancing lady skeleton, a dancing skeleton marionette, and everyone was unhappy.
Nobody appreciated it, did
No.
they? Really?
No one. Still won though.
It
Still
still
won.
did. It was still the most impressive feat of magic.
Yeah.
And in the confusion and fear and running around disarray, we didn't actually get any rumour from that one because nobody was talking about that. They were too busy screaming about the skeleton.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. It did provide a little bit of a distraction for Silaster to
Yeah. I mean,
do some
it was fine.
investigating.
It didn't matter in the end.
We won some scrolls that may come in handy, which is good. And then Silaster's investigation on the back discovered a body
And
That's
a
right.
lot of blood.
and a lot of blood.
A lot of
Yes.
blood. And
And,
a possible wolf costume had been stolen.
Mm.
Yes. So all attention was on the players.
It was then the furry seed was sown.
There's
Good.
no way that sounds good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
do regret saying that, but you know. But
So
yeah.
we hurried backstage, didn't we?
Well, there was one of
And-
them that was being a bit suspicious
Oh, yes.
as he came off stage. I don't think we may have gone backstage, but
We did, yeah.
Well,
He was the one being suspicious.
you
before we
learned that the
followed.
wolf costume, and you decided that, well, that must mean that the guy who's taking the wolf costume must be the person who's culpable, and you followed them behind the great gate.
And
then
he
you
ambushed us.
We
and he
did.
struck. He struck.
He struck me in the gut unprepared.
he did.
Um,
That fight didn't go too badly.
it was all right.
We dealt with
It was
him
all
relatively
right.
swiftly, didn't
Well, he dealt with himself in the end.
He did.
Like, robbed. Talk about slops.
we? Yeah. Slopping
he
himself.
got himself
Slopped
the ultimate
himself,
slop.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have that.
The ultimate slop.
The self slop.
Jumped off into the rocky ocean.
Yes.
And then
Well,
we uncovered a satchel which had some drawings of the gate, which sort of confirmed that the ancient ruins were magical.
Aha! This is where I got confused. It told us in the satchel that he was to meet somebody on the roof of the bronze banner in 7 days.
Oh,
Oh, well remembered.
yeah.
I have the bronze banner in 7 days highlighted on my notes. That's where we have to go. That wasn't Swiftstone. That was the satchel.
Yes, and to remind you at this point, the bronze. I actually misspoke. It is actually the bronze banners, plural. But that
banners.
was my own bad. I just didn't read my notes properly. And you know that is located in Bright Harbour, which is the exact place where Swiftstone said he was going to meet you.
Yes, that's the one.
So after you had done battle against this Farsight agent, you had taken his findings in proof that you had you'd done him in, or that you were successful in your goal. You were successful. You eliminated him, or he eliminated himself. But
Yeah.
and then you went to rest for the next day. You would travel to Bright Harbour, but then something else happened.
Yes, I've written, ooh, the inn is on fire.
Yeah. Ansel had a lovely dream, which turned into a nightmare as he awoke to Smoke in his room.
Yes.
We were locked in. I
Not
don't
just
think
locked, blocked.
they intended us to burn to death in our rooms, I think, as opposed to escaping and killing them. But that is not how it went for them.
No.
Correct.
We escaped, all the time being a little bit freaked out by Ansel. Just like appearing round doors and shit, being weird and stretchy.
I feel like Obsidian has no right to feel
Well,
unnerved by anyone.
and
If
yet
it's any
he was.
consolation, Celeste is unnerved by everyone. So
Yeah.
he'll be good.
Good. He knows his place. But yeah, we escaped. We rescued one lady.
You did.
Mission
One. Just
Yeah.
save one.
And we went downstairs,
Yeah.
and there were a load of furry assassins.
The Savage Doom.
Who cried, yes, we are the Savage Doom.
Does anybody remember all their names? I've got Vermin the Fox.
There was Pirate Cat, I think.
Pirate
wasn't there?
Cat, yeah.
I took particular
Bandit
interest
Mutt.
in them.
Dark Dog Deceiver.
The Dark Deceiver. Yeah.
Bandit Kit.
Correct.
think.
I think that's all of them. I think
Yeah,
that's all of
I think
them.
it
Yeah.
was.
I have them written down somewhere, but I'll look.
Uh,
yes, you
Oh,
got
there was one who. Oh yeah, no, that was it. Yeah, but yeah, they were brilliant.
Yeah, they did announce to you that that they were Savage Doom, and they were doing this for a very specific reason. They were making a great sacrifice in a bid to open the gates, and it was as you escaped that you noticed that this had been successful. Not only did you see an extra member of Savage Doom standing there in a mouse costume, but the gates ripple with some unknown power, rupturing into a fracture of reality. Oh, I think we lost Dom.
We have been.
We've lost Ansel. Hopefully he will return shortly.
I'm sure Dom won't mind us just recapping.
No, we'll keep going.
A figure came through the gate. I don't have the full bit of dialogue, but I believe the final bit was "Long live the Gith."
Geth.
The Geth.
No, the Geth is Mass Effect. It is the
Yeah.
Geth.
It's the Geth. Geth is Mass Effect. That's why it's in my head.
But no, that's absolutely fine. I mean, it's close enough. It's close enough. No, he did. Yeah. So this one Githyanki, who we don't even know if you know what a Githyanki is, but you know this is a very tall, almost 7 foot tall, green individual, tall pointed ears. Emerged from the Bright Gate, and he had said something along the lines of, "A hunger has driven me here, as it drives many of my kind. We heard a call, and I arrived in answer. Surrender to the Empire of the Gith."
That was it.
And that is where we will pick back up.
Okay. I surrender. I'll tell you everything.
Luckily, we know nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Ah, look. There's a pointy-eared fella. Where's that mouse?
So, standing... Well, that's it. The rippling, twisting fire that had that opened the gate had passed through the mouse, who stood there, arms raised as the door, the gateway ruptured into life, and now you see his costume burning away and being lifted into embers on the high wind. The power of this gate appears to reverberate around this shadowy figure who is almost silhouetted by the power behind him. And then, as if realizing where he is, as if coming out of some kind of reverie, the Gith turns and the gateway closes. And he stands there. All that can be heard is the crackling of the many fires in this place. If you haven't noticed already, you probably would have, having staggered out into the night air. You are surrounded by the bodies of revelers that have been slain by, you're guessing, Savage Doom.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus, guys, calm down. That's a lot. Was there really any need?
This guy had sort of like directed that to you, and then as the gate closes, he turns around and he looks up at these vast pillars of rock, and he says, "It is as the Scions said, power enough for one. One is all that will be required for now." He turns and beholds you, and he says, "I said surrender."
Well... Shit, how are we going to play this? Master! I'm so glad we successfully summoned you.
Are you actually saying that?
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, give us a bluff, Obsidian. I know you're not too shabby at that.
19. I mean, I didn't immediately roll a 1, so the rolling is already better than that session.
Yeah, he beholds you, and he says, it is you that opened the gate."
We are your humble servants. Down on your knees.
Is that you going down on your knees, or
Down on one knee? Down on one
Very
knee.
good.
Yeah.
He says, "I see that many residents of this plane were taken in sacrifice." He beholds like the fallen revelers and festival goers slain, blood leaking into the grass.
Oh.
But you only lit the beacon. The bodies of my people, they are the fuel. Come, accept your reward. And he gestures before him. Approach.
Okay. Oh man. Sure. Come on, boys.
Is this what we're doing?
I should actually. I've just realised I've forgotten to put your skeleton there, so bear with me.
Well, I've got one.
Oh, are we still there? Nice one. Cool.
I mean, I have got one. I think, to be honest,
the other one
probably
died. I think. Yeah.
I think he'll probably have vanished by this point anyway.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh, God, I've not even had 5 minutes to get my maneuvers.
Low level, so can't keep.
The skeleton has, shall we say, laid the lady down that had survived the blaze, and then vanishes into ash. Then.
Yes. Double check for future reference, but we'll say he's gone. But we're just gonna. I mean.
Okay.
Well, we're getting some. You know, if we just started combat, we'd be starting all the way back here. This
Yes,
way.
because you look like you really want to be up close.
I do want to be up close to the new master.
Bastards just hanging at the back.
You will not approach. You will not do as I bid.
Oh, he's approached, as you can see.
I have approached and I'm down on one knee.
Oh, okay, good. He will sort of survey you. As you get closer, you could just see these fiery yellow eyes survey each of you in turn. He is close to 7 foot tall, and there is an unmistakable aura of power that seems to almost reverberate from him. And he says, "The hunger has driven me here. But it was the Scions and their counsel that has led me to this exact place. They spoke of a tower. It holds the means to allow more of my people to arrive here." And it's almost as if he's said the words. He then looks over your shoulder, and half visible in sort of like the dimness of the early morning, half illuminated by the blaze of the small town that supports it, the convent, the tower, the structure that this town was built around to support, basically, is looming on the horizon, and he beholds it. That is where the secrets of this passage lies. I must go there. As I mentioned, the hunger has driven me here, and I will not lie to you. It urges for your death. And he sort of like meets your eyes as he says that. But I have mastery over my own soul. You will not die by my hand.
Oh, well,
But
that's
you
good news.
will suffer. Roll initiative.
Oh.
Ay, ay, ay.
Closed the gap, though, boys, haven't we? We've closed the gap. Come on. This is all right.
So,
I'm not liking that I'm right at the front. I feel like you guys have really...
Yeah, that seems like a mistake.
You've hung me dry a tiny bit there. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much
Alright.
for the slow approach. Oh,
I
come
don't want to be
on.
right up next to him, man. Like, that's not good for
I
me.
mean, 7 is better than a lot of my previous rolls. I'll take it.
15. Rolled a 6.
17. The slowest goes first.
Ansel, okay, gets a 17.
Rolled a 9. I apologise. It's 15.
Obsidian
for
gets
Obsidian.
15. Silastra gets 13.
I really should be going first, but with that initiative.
Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Right. So
One question. I took a potion of Eagle Splendor in the last game.
yes,
Would that have run out by now?
I think Eagle Splendor is.
It's a minute per level.
I'll say it's still active. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Just for the
Cool.
sake of ease. Yeah, you'll still all be on the same health, same whatever you were on before. Obviously, doesn't need to. Right.
Hey, I still have my mage armor on.
Yep.
Hours per level, so... Ooh, that's something.
The Githyanki just watches you, and he makes a almost imperceptible gesture. That's his turn. Ansel.
Oh, fuck, that quick. Ansel is just gonna what? He looks tall. Does he look slender? Does he look hench? Does he look
Well-muscled, black, sort of like flowing, close-fitted robes. He doesn't appear to bear a weapon.
okay? That could go either way. I'm just gonna use a. He's gonna reach out and make a slashing gesture at the Gith.
Okay.
Githyanki, was it?
A Githyanki, but you can just call him a Gith for short.
Githyanki.
It's an American gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I need to do a touch attack.
Yeah, it's a ranged touch then, yeah, by all means.
Yeah. Does 16 hit?
It does not hit his touch armor
His
class.
touch. Fuck. That is an issue. In which case, I will use my movement to spread us out a little bit.
Okay.
We'll do there, I think, for now.
Good. Nice.
Is that your turn?
It's my turn.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, so you explain what does it look like as you do this thing, even though it doesn't work.
So he slashes out, and a ray of sort of not a ray, a black energy flies across the field, and presumably if it's touch, that means dexterity. He sort of dodges out the way of it using his speed, I imagine.
Yeah, it's but it's almost a lazy movement. He sort of like steps aside as your power goes by him. Obsidian.
Okay. We'll do nice and simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good call.
Hey.
Well, he wanted to go first, so I assume that also means he wants to be at the front, right? That makes perfect sense to me. So I'll do that, and then I just reach out a gloved hand, and fire out a ray. Will be aimed at his touch armor class.
The magic that you're casting, is it subject to spell resistance?
Holy crap! Wow. Well, yeah, definitely.
Spell resistance already.
Please make a caster level check.
Well, that isn't going to happen. That's just level 3. 13.
Unfortunately not. Your power he sort of just holds up a hand, zoom, dispelled almost from that aura that seems to surround him.
Right.
Oh shit.
Maybe we need to run away, boys, because I'm getting the impression that's a much higher level than we are. We can't do that. As he seems to just shrug off my spell with no effort whatsoever, I say, I think, a tactical retreat.
Are you shouting
But
that
that's
in
the
the
end of
battle?
my-
Do you shout that?
Yeah!
Okay.
Yes!
So Obsidian fires a spell
Run
at
away.
Hills.
Run
Run away!
One thing doesn't work, two things don't work, and he's like, "Fuck this."
No. It's not that it didn't work. It's the absolute ease that he had in overcoming it. That's how badly it didn't work.
So, as Obsidian falls back, then we go to Silaster. It's your turn.
Silaster, looking at Obsidian at this point, just utters to him, "He said he wouldn't kill us," as he throws his hood down, revealing his white hair again. Drops into a swift stance as shadow engulfs him, and then just moves. But that's all he will be able to do.
So you vanish from sight into invisibility.
Oh, no. I haven't got any maneuvers back. I've not had any rest. I am just in my stance. So there's a glimmer of black smoke across my skin as I move.
Yeah, so if he sees you go, then he because we are back to the top of the round, he will go after you. He watches you go, Silaster. So just closes the distance.
Whoa.
What is your armor class?
22 at the moment.
That is a hit.
Okay. He also has a mischance against me because of
does.
my movement.
What is the
So
mischance?
D100, anything up to 20%. Definitely not.
Yes, thank you for
dear.
reminding me. Much appreciated.
I'll remember.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that is going to be a hit then. He watches you go, and then almost in a blink of an eye, he's next to you. And he's sort of leaping through the air. and just slams a fist down on top of you. Please make a fortitude saving throw.
Fortitude. Oh. Row. Right. Again, another 7. 11.
Unfortunately, not enough, as he delivers a
5.
seismic, stunning fist. Slams into you. You stagger, slamming back into the gate, and you are stunned for 1 round. That's his turn. Ansel.
No damage?
Thank you for reminding me.
So, digging my own grave there, but...
That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Smashes into you. But
I wasn't at full health at the end of the previous session, so...
Oh, I should point
Said
out
run
that
away.
is non-lethal damage as a note.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to
Said he
know.
wasn't going to kill you. That doesn't mean he's not going to now really easily knock you the f- out and capture you.
Definitely. Some things are worse than death, he smiles. That is his turn.
I know. I
Ansel. Ansel.
Run away.
Yes, Ansel agrees some things are worse than death. He will make a second attempt at touching, ranged touch attack.
Yep.
Blast. 24 this time.
That
critical,
hits. And that is a
I
critical.
mean, it's a critical. So he
possibly.
takes... Well, it doesn't have
It doesn't matter? Okay, fair enough.
it doesn't have a critical.
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
Boom.
And he needs to do a fortitude save for me.
Okay. What kind of magical effect would it be? Do you know?
It magical effect.
Yeah, like what kind of magic is it?
Let me see if it says.
I'll tell you what, because it's a critical, it doesn't matter. He'll have to roll.
Okay.
DC?
17.
He actually gets that on the roll, unfortunately, so he surpasses
does.
that save. I am very sorry.
That's all right.
What does it look like? What are you blasting at him, so we know what it looks like?
So it's like black energy, but it the damage to it is black energy. It just rips, sort of flays skin where it touches. But obviously he's very powerful, so it probably only flays him a little, just a little scratch across the back of the neck.
Yeah, you see sort of like parts of his robe just like go off his shoulder. But that's it. Anything else on your turn, Ansel?
Yes, I will follow that up with. I'm going to attempt to curse him. So he needs to do a will save.
Okay, DC.
17 again.
So sorry. 17 on the roll. I'm so sorry. So in addition to everything else, whatever power you try and bestow upon him, he sort of like just resists with sheer willpower, unfortunately, Ansel.
Ansel, so he throws one hand out, he throws the other one out, and nothing's happening. And he turns to Obsidian, he's going, "This is not going well."
And speaking of, it is now Obsidian's turn. You've watched as Silaster has just been, like, you see like a shockwave reverberate off him as he gets punched. And then Ansel just like is throwing these weird powers at him to no avail. What do you do?
Right. I mean, I have one more spell casting left for the day.
Oh god.
Yeah. So that won't work.
Make it count.
I mean, right. Okay, Rob. Is this ocean?
Yeah, it's the Silver
It's all
Sea.
open. It's the Silver Sea. And how far down did we say the cliff was?
Oh, it's like a good drop, like 100-foot drop.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. It's just going to be easier if I use the thing because
Yeah, by all
I can move
means.
60. But if I do double movement, I can move. No, I can move 30. So I do double movement. I can do 60.
I was going to say,
You're
wow.
gonna try and throw yourself off the cliff. 'Cause I respect that.
There we go. I move to there, running for the cliff edge.
Leather squeaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I imagine he wears new rocks as well.
They're not dissimilar to New Rocks. He is a little clunky. Well, hang
Yeah.
on. I mean, no. Look at the shoes he's wearing. I sent you the image. Look at the shoes he's actually wearing.
Very cool.
They're like old styley, big buckle, like pilgrim Puritan shoes. You know,
Nice.
with big heels. They are difficult to run in. He doesn't do this gracefully.
So you're just sprinting at
Slightly
the cliff
low
base.
ping,
Is there anything else you're doing on your turn, Obsidian?
Nope.
Okay.
Can't do double movement.
It's that's Obsidian's turn then. So Silaster, you spend your turn being stunned. It is the gift's turn. I just need to check something very quickly. And now that you're sort of like stunned in front of him, he like fully perceives you because you were stood a bit further back. He looks at you and he says, "Ah, an elf. Your kind often overstay your welcome and outlive your purpose." And he just goes ham at you. AC.
22.
sleep.
That's going to be a hit. And I will roll again. Is this a mischance as well?
No, because I haven't moved.
Very good.
Only when I move do I get that mischance.
And another.
Shit.
We'll do the damage for those, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
So that is
Night.
Oh, yeah.
Sleep
There's 9
tight.
points of
Oh,
bludgeoning damage for the first.
The first?
And 11 for the second.
From the
Well, I would like to point out I was on 3 points after the first hit, so I'm most certainly unconscious. I'd like to point out if I had been at maximum, I would still be unconscious at this point. So,
Yeah.
So what happens is he smashes you really hard with the first one. You smack into the gate, and as you're falling forwards from just being taken out, he just hits you with like an uppercut, like just further insult to injury. Bam! And just slams you onto the ground. The last thing you see is his fingers twitch as if he was almost ready to send another attack your way as well, but didn't bother. You slam into the ground, motionless. And then the last thing, in fact, then you just see Ansel. He knocks him down and then just looks at you like that. Your turn.
Oh boy. Fuck it. Ansel's gonna throw a third blast at him.
what?
Not particularly expecting it's gonna do anything, but it might. But that's a bad miss. Oh, and that's a bad miss.
A third blast?
A third.
Oh, a third. I think a
As in
bird.
3.
As if
Birds.
Ansel couldn't get weirder, he throws birds out of his hands. Very strange.
Hansel the
And then he's just
what?
gonna look at Obsidian, look at Silaster, and go, "It was a pleasure knowing you." And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just running. He's gonna run.
Good shout, mate. Good shout.
That was Ansel's
Save
turn.
yourself.
Obsidian, it's your turn.
Oh, fuck.
I can do it. I can do it. I run, and I leap from the edge of the cliff.
Oh shit.
Immediately activates my ring of featherfall, and I gently drift into the water below and begin the obligatory swim checks, probably.
So we'll say that if you've gone over the edge, you won't fall into the water on this round. You'll probably land next round.
I still imagine you falling like a feather, though, just like...
Yeah, slightly drift. Well,
Okay.
60 feet per round is apparently the falling speed, but it's take no damage when landing. So it's...
yeah, of course, yeah. That's absolutely fine then. Okay, that was so you watch Obsidian like
just leap. He literally does arms out, and the bird mask. He's wearing the plague mask, so he sort of looks a bit like a giant horrific bird for a second.
Amazing. That was Obsidian. Silaster, if we are unconscious, is there anything that we'll be doing, or you just regain your HP 1 hit point per hour or something, isn't it, if you're out and unattended? You can look that up for me if you like. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm essentially at 0. I'm stable, just unconscious. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty certain I don't gain hit points back that quickly. But
no, it's like an hour, 1 per hour. I think it's slow.
I don't even think it's that quickly, but I'll have a look.
No, it's the same as normal. You just stay at 0 until you get healed, or you essentially have a full. I think it's like 8 hours later you'll get your level. So
I think that's
sleep. So you just stay at 0 basically. I think effectively, and unconscious version of 0.
Very good. All right, well then you can look into that, but that is your turn. Unfortunately, you're just out for the count. The Githyanki watches you go with curiosity, Obsidian.
I'm sure he does. Like, what is that lunatic doing?
And I just need to measure something. That's actually perfect.
Tell me he's gonna jump off the cliff after me. I love him.
No, because that's just his standard movement. So he will do his standard movement, and then you don't know what this is because you won't see him do it. But for the scholars in the room who have ever heard of psionic abilities, I need you to do a will save, Obsidian.
I will certainly try. Probably fail. 12.
So, as you plunge over the edge, he rushes to the edge after you and uses a psionic ability which allows him to use telekinesis.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
And just hurls you
Come on!
right back into the air in front of him. And dragging you onto the ground, so you basically arrive right next to him. I don't know where. There you are. So you get slammed. In fact, actually, you were there, so we could probably land you behind him. Yeah, so we'll land you there, and it'll do a rudimentary because it's only being picked up and dropped. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh no, it's only 6, folks.
So you all of you just get snatched straight back up into the air and just slam into the gate pillar and then slam onto the ground.
I mean, we were totally like, yep, we surrender in the first place. This is... he just wanted to kick the shit out of us.
There is definitely an element of that. There is
Go
definitely
ahead,
an
mate.
element of that. That's his turn. Ansel, it's your turn.
So with a glance over his shoulder, as this is happening, he obviously sees Obsidian jump, and he's like, "Oh, fair play," and then sees him just dragged back. He's like, "That's unlucky," and then he's just gonna fucking double speed run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Right.
35.
You saw how fast he just ran, right?
50,
And that was his standard
60.
movement.
I'm hoping that you'll just delay him slightly, to be honest, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, Ansel sees this happen, turns and sprints. Sprints as hard as he can. Just like hard.
There's like long limbs wobbling all over the place.
Oh god.
He just takes off into the distance.
Obsidian, you're slammed into the ground. It's your turn. What do you do?
I reach out and try and touch his ankle.
Go for it.
I don't know how that works, really. Doing touch attacks from the floor.
It's just a standard attack, so -4 to the attack.
-4.
It's -4 when you
Even
attack
if
from
it's-
prone.
Even if it's a touch.
Yeah, it's still an attack.
I thought it was -4 to your armor class. I think it was -4 to attacking. It was -2.
I can look up attack from prone. If you
Sorry,
like.
I'll do it. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's a 7. Which
That is
because it makes my
unsuccessful.
attacker -2. No.
Unfortunately, yeah, that isn't the case. So you aren't able to grab hold of him, I'm afraid.
I mean, even if it was only -2, it would have been a 9. So.
Obsidian, that is your turn, unless you have anything else up your sleeve.
No. I could try and roll off the cliff again.
Do it.
Yeah, it did a movement. I try and roll towards the cliff.
Okay, you've attacked already, though, so that will provoke an attack of opportunity because this isn't just you withdrawing. So he will get to strike you unless you...
Oh, I mean, I don't think you can just withdraw in a roll anyway. I think he probably would get an attack of opportunity either way. I'm going to try and
Doesn't
roll
matter.
towards the cliff.
That is possibly a critical.
Well,
Oh, no.
if he knocks me unconscious,
I'm
it'll
really
stop
sorry, I
me.
didn't
If
even ask
not,
what your armor
I'm rolling
class
over
is,
the
though,
edge.
so what is your armor class?
My armor class would be 15, but I'm on the floor, so it's 11.
Yeah, he really, really belts you, and that is a critical hit.
He basically stomps on my head.
He might have
Basically,
escaped if it hadn't been for a critical.
it might well have done. That is... Oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
That is 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
That is more than my maximum health. He would have done that in one hit. I'm out cold.
BAM! You go to just roll out the way, and yeah, like a knee.
Just go to sleep.
Just comes down and just slams into your skull.
Fair enough. Good night, friends.
And then he sort of like looks over his shoulder to see if he can spot Ansel.
I don't think I slowed him down that much, Ansel, but you know, go nuts.
So, it's your turn. Do you just want to do your movement, or what do you want to do?
I wish it was my turn, but I'm pretty sure it's still his turn because that was Obsidian's turn.
Yeah, it was attack of opportunity.
It was an attack of
Sorry.
opportunity.
I
You're
didn't
so
actually
honest.
slow him
Thank
down
you
one
so
bit.
much. Which means, yes, it is his turn. So,
Yeah.
can he actually reach you, I wonder?
I hope not.
Through here... No. Yes, he can.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he can. Just.
Good night, Ansel.
So he
Might
rushes
be able to
after
take
you.
one hit.
And he delivers a strike. As hard as he can. What is your armor class?
16.
That is a hit.
Of course it is.
He does.
I was never in any doubt.
He does 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Can you make a fortitude save, please?
Oh, fuck. It's not magical, is it?
No.
Shit. 10.
You just get hit full in the back, and the reverberation of it makes the fires in front of you whoom, like bluster as if hit by like a high wind as he stunning fists you in the back of the head. I'm afraid to say you are stunned for a round. As it's you and him is the only one who is left standing in this conflict, he will go again.
Yep.
That's a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
I'm just going to do it individually.
Why not?
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep, still standing.
That'll also be a hit. And that is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I'm down.
You know, if Mike's laptop dies and that's the entire session, Rob, it's going to make you look like the worst DM. I like to just start games,
good night.
shit out of my players and end it.
Good game, everyone. Good game.
Well done.
Roll up
Thanks,
new character.
everyone. That really put me in my place for the night. I'll go to sleep feeling really good about myself.
I was really hoping that I was going to make it to that horse.
Oh, bless.
I was fucking full sending it towards this horse over here.
That was a good shout. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I didn't even think about that. Right.
Well,
I thought it was the only way I could possibly outrun it.
to be fair, guys, we were woken very abruptly from a nice night's sleep. He's just putting us back there.
Good news, because we were made unconscious by non-lethal means, we will gain our at least 1 hit point back with regular rest. So once we get a hit point back, we are awake. So really, we gain consciousness somewhere within 4 hours, and then after 4 hours, we are fully back once we get 1 hit point of healing.
Unless he decides to backhand us back to sleep.
And he could do all 3, couldn't he, at once as well?
Yeah.
Because he's proven that.
Yes. That's non-lethal damage. It doesn't affect your regular total. So if you do come back after that time, yeah.
Wow.
It's okay.
Well, he knocked us the fuck out. One after the other.
So it's nice to learn humility. Not that we weren't humbled by the rolls last game. Last game we were humbled by the roll 20 app. This time we were just humbled.
Okay, Matt. Can you roll me a d4, re-roll if it's a 4, please? Silastra, you're 1, Obsidian, you're 2.
Me.
Obsidian, you are awoken, and it is rather fitting. You have... what did you say it was if you rest for...
Oh, one hit point.
Oh, you get your... Sorry, with actual rest, you gain your level back. So it would be 1 hit point at this point, and then once we've gained that and we're awake, then we go back to normal healing. So
It'd be on 3 hit points then.
yeah, only 1 for the time being.
This will count as a rest.
Nice. So does that mean then I have 4 hit points?
Yes.
Was again the
No.
one from... No.
Because that's your non-lethal counter. So your main hit points stay what they were before the fight. Just adjust your non-lethal counter. With
Oh,
those.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because your non-lethal
And
goes up to
sustained.
meet your lethal. That's
So
right,
you
yeah.
gain lethal hit points back, and you cure non-lethal as well. And I don't think non-lethal lingers as well. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's just temporary.
Yeah, so go to what your main health was before that encounter, and just add on top of that.
So you awake, Obsidian, and you're actually being shaken as if from a dream. You see a female face swim into focus above you. Face that you recognize. It is the woman who you use the skeletons to pull from the fire. She has clearly come around and has brought the 3 of you to this location here.
I wake up and I shit myself. Jesus, she's massive.
Well, actually, I have taken the liberty of amending that token.
We shrunk her down, don't
Yeah,
worry.
so we-
Just remember that she was huge.
In a very
She was
vain
a big one.
and misogynist way, we changed the token to a more befitting one. So there we are. So there's she kneels above you, and the reason why it counts as a rest is because she's actually like tended to you, and she says,
That's Mike. I'll just put me there.
"Oh, sorry, you're awake." The other two are still out for the moment.
Yeah, I'm awake.
You you drop this, and she holds up the plague mask.
Are they both still asleep?
Yeah.
I put it back on.
Had you not a roll of 2, they would have seen your face.
Slightly uncrumpled mask.
But yeah, you hurriedly put your mask back on, and she says, "I don't know what happened. I just remember flames, and I remember waking up outside of the building. You three are the only ones that I found breathing. They're all..." And she, like, just snaps as if she's just been holding it together. "They're all dead. All of them. It was the players. The mummers. The ones in those horrible animal costumes. They killed them all."
It was. They did. But they didn't get you. We managed to pull you out of the flames.
It was you?
It was us. Me and my friends here.
Silaster and Ansel, you can come around. You are hearing this conversation. In fact, it's probably her outburst that is what probably awakes you.
What was that?
I actually don't know what that was. He said something about the gift.
I mean, you can each give me a knowledge planes, and if not, then just a straight intelligence. The DC is incredibly high for obvious reasons.
Yeah, well, I mean, 14. I don't have knowledge of the planes, so...
Neither do
Well,
I.
of course, I don't have any intelligence.
Neither do I. So another straight D20. 19!
Ooh.
Best roll so far.
Okay.
Get you!
Yeah, Silaster, like, that's probably the first thing, the first image that comes into your mind as you awake is your opponent, who battled in a very similar way as you do, with fists and feet. And you sort of
random telekinesis.
Random telekinesis. You yeah, you think you do know the name, but not anything specific about it really. Just that they are some kind of legendary warrior race that are from stories. To your mind, there is no such thing as extra-dimensional travel. So the fact that you saw a gateway rip open in reality to another world is slightly
We all
disorientating to all of you. But Silaster, perhaps you have that little bit of information that you can do with what you will. You must drink. She pours some water into a wooden bowl and hands it to you, Ansel.
While she's doing that, I'll ask her what happened. Where did the thing go once it took care of us?
I saw what it did. And I closed my eyes. I pretended to be dead. But I managed to look at which way he went.
Very wise.
as she sort of like looks towards the convent, the tower that rests upon the rock.
Ansel's got the bowl of water, right? She gave it to him.
Yeah, she handed it to you so you can drink.
What's the what sort of night? Is it night still? Yeah.
It's coming towards morning now. Like we're in that that stage right before dawn where you can feel sort of like crisp dew. You can sort of like feel it in the grass next to you. But it's still dark.
Sun come up.
No, it's sort of just like just on the rim of the horizon. There's sort of a bright orange glow that begins to reflect on the far horizon of the Silver Sea.
And can we see the moons?
Sorry, not the Silver Sea, because that's west. Across the realm of Main Realm. Can you see the what, sorry?
The moons.
You can.
Ansel catches the reflection of the moons in the water in the bowl. Just mutters to himself, "Hello there," and then takes a drink and passes the bowl onwards.
Yeah, the three moons shine and then ripple as you take your first sip. I don't know what he intends to do, but I overheard what he said. He said that he would want to bring more of his kind here.
Yes, he did seem intent on bringing allies.
That's what he said.
So, based on that display, I'm not sure he particularly needs them.
When looking in the distance at the tower that he's gone to, how far roughly do we think that is from here? Like, do we have any idea of? And it's hard to sort of say, like, the lay of the land. Like, do we think that's weeks walk away, or months travel away, or hours travel away? Like, how far in the distance is it?
Probably about an hour, if that.
About an hour, right? Okay. So he's going to do that, and we can't stop that. I don't think we should try. Okay. So I think we can be fairly certain that he is probably already there, right? Like, how long have we been out? I'll ask the lady.
Well, about 8 hours, maybe.
Yeah, he's there, and he's probably already done it
for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Probably already bought some friends.
We should leave.
Yeah, we probably should, but where? Where do we go? What do we do?
You can't just.
Well, we were going to go to Bright Harbour, weren't we?
Yeah.
But you must stop him.
Did you said that you saw what happened, right?
I did, yes.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh amongst the tragedy that's happened. It's just an effect of being knocked unconscious. We would love to stop him, but we absolutely are unable at the moment. However, we are not without options. Chaps, we were hunting one of those furries. The person that we were here to sort of find, and we were set upon that quest by an individual. I think we should maybe try and seek. If that's an organization that were taking out these things, they may know more about our current predicament.
Possibly. What are you going to do, damsel?
She sort of like half glares at you for a second, but then says, "I don't know. My friends. I was here with them.
They're probably dead.
Well, I can't see them among the dead, and I've checked.
Perhaps they escaped then.
We can only hope they escaped. Do you have family? Do you have a place that you can go?
They may have burned in the inn.
I just turn and look at Silaster, and he can guess the facial expression that I have beneath the mask. There is a good 2 or 3 seconds of just dead still looking at him. And then I turn back.
Well, my home,
Oh gosh.
when I do not make my my journeys here, I come here to help with the feast. I live in Quarrel Quay.
I say, could you pop that in the thing in the chat, please? Because
It's the closest settlement, apart from the convent itself. But as she gestures to the burning structures, there doesn't seem to be much left of it now.
And what is it that you want? What do you desire?
I just want to go home.
how far is Quarrel Quay from here?
I don't know if it's 3 days.
Okay. Okay. We could maybe take her, right?
Is it on the way to
Well, if it's the nearest
Harbour?
if it's the nearest settlement,
You could get a ship
Could be
from
the
Quarrel
opposite way.
Quay to Bright Harbour. There are some belongings that I've gathered. There's potions. I'm afraid the Garo who was selling them didn't make it. But they had a map also.
A map of what?
Of Orenthale.
I see.
So she produces a map. Which I will direct you to now.
You have unlocked map. Classic.
You
Yay!
see a very old
Hand drawn
map,
in reality as well.
hand drawn, and then she says, "Oh no, sorry, so sorry. Turn it over."
Look at that. That is it's a beauty. Oh, no, look what you did. This was.
Was that an old map that had really been drawn
was
a long
the
time
original.
I
ago?
believe that was
That
the
is
very
the-
first map that we ever
Yeah.
adventured upon when we started playing this game
And now
And
we're
we-
back.
all those years ago, and now this is the updated version.
Yeah, so before you see the province of Orenthale, and it is worth just showing you actually where you are. So right in the top corner here,
I see. Bright Gate.
Bright Gate. Quarrel Quay, you will find is a cove over here. Definitely 3 days on foot. Minimum.
And Bright Harbour is where we want to go, which is down here.
Correct.
I think it might be worth going to Quarrel Quay, even if we travel down the coast on land, it's probably for the best to go to the nearest settlement and reset ourselves a little bit, lick our wounds, and prep for a bit of a journey. Because I think Bright Harbor's like, that's like what, a week and a bit, maybe 2 weeks away.
I would say about a week.
Short by
No,
boat.
probably more than that. Actually, no, you're right.
10 days, if that's 3. If straight from us, it's about 10 days. I think from Quarrel Quay, it's probably a bit less. It's very hard to say.
Coral Quay can make it in 3. Yeah. From Coral Quay, it will be 6 days.
Okay.
But quicker if you do as she suggested and get a ship, it would be far quicker to go by sea to get to Bright Harbour. But obviously, you've got to arrange that.
Well, we don't actually have to go by foot, folks, as I have transportation.
You have transportation.
I do.
What
Do you have transportation?
Your transportation.
Was it
many surprises?
Was it on the map before, or no? It was just outside the small town that we were in, I imagine.
It's just outside. Is where you left it.
Cool. So I'll offer to give everybody a lift. We can at least travel together to Quarrel Quay and then decide if we wish to, see this through or
Really? She says.
run away. Yeah, I mean, we're survivors just like you are. I don't know why you seem to think we're some mad heroes. We just got our butts whooped. We managed to scrape our way out of the inn. But we can ride in comfort. And he will lead you to a cart, a silo wagon, the kind of top thing on it over the top, and a couple of horses. It's kind of etched with some skulls and stuff. So this is the necro wagon.
The necro wagon.
This is the necro wagon. Yeah, the sheet over the top looks like it's been sort of roughly dyed black.
Yeah, this is
Before
effectively a hearse cart.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Bring out your bodies.
Mm-hmm. And these are my horses. This is there's got two black horses. This horse is called Black Whisper.
And the other?
It doesn't matter.
No, you should introduce it to all of your friends.
Okay, just for the sake of response, this one is called Mr. Nobby.
Mr.
Nobby.
Nobby.
Yeah.
And Black Whisper.
And Black Whisper, of course. My
I should
favourite.
write this down. So Mr. Nobby and Black Whisper.
One is Black Whisper, the other is Mr. Nobby.
Before we travel, I just need to stretch. Just come to for a few minutes.
No. Could you do that on the cart?
No. Salasta just moves just a bit further away and just starts just doing a few stretches.
With blood all pouring down his face, bruised all over. Still probably barely stand, but he's doing stretches.
He's doing some stretches and exercising just his muscles in a sense that he's just trying to move for a bit. But then it just seems that he stops for a second and then appears to almost be like moving in a circle very quickly. Like there's almost like an after image of him standing still in 4 different positions around him as he just seems to be moving very quickly, just composing himself. Although it looks like he's not moving and there's 4 versions of him, he's just, in theory, just moving very quickly, creating just a few after images of him, and you can see him. His face is grimacing. It probably hasn't been this difficult for him to do this in a long time. His body is stiff, broken, bruised. But after 5 minutes of just exercising, he stops and heads back to you all.
Ansel's gonna speak to Silaster and say, interesting, wasn't it, that the Gith did very similar performance fighting to you? It's a feat, after all.
Yeah, I need to. You can see Silastus really just like he's. It's like he's not spoken to anyone for a very long time. He's just like, yeah, it was, yeah, weird. Yeah.
Weird, yes. And do you feel slighted by his competence, rather?
No, I need more practice.
That's honourable. That's honourable. That's a good thing to take from a butt whooping. The idea
Yes,
that you just
many
need
would
to
think
get better.
being bested by a superior foe would be cause for destructive feelings.
Is that what's going on with you, Ansel? You're not feeling...
No, I was impressed.
You're impressed? I mean, I can't help but be impressed. I was definitely impressed. I've not had my arse handed to me that badly ever. Ever. But
I don't relish being beaten up. I wouldn't seek him out again.
No. Well, certainly not without being, incredibly prepared. I feel like I'd like to seek him out again.
Oh, really?
One day.
Do you feel like with a good night's sleep behind you, you could have...
I feel like with a lot more practice and a lot more study, I think we can all improve, certainly.
Interesting.
Excuse me. I don't know whether we can improve well enough to beat him, but we can certainly try.
Is that what you would like?
Yeah.
Necromancer?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, definitely because he's a threat to the land, and because that threat needs to be taken out, and maybe a tiny bit because, like, whoever beats him probably be quite well known. Fame and glory and all of that.
Did you say necromancer?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I realise that sounds bad, but it was my skeletons that carried you out of the fire, so let's not judge too harshly.
She almost looks towards Silastra and Ansel for confirmation that this is true, even though who is she to trust you? But she looks at you regardless.
Yeah, she looks at those two freaks and is utterly unreassured.
Yeah.
Suddenly realising she's around the Addams family.
You're right. It is the other side, isn't it? She'll nod and say, "You're right. I shouldn't judge, and I have much to be thankful for, and I must have much to thank you for. I forgot to say, I'm Erin."
Erin? That's a nice name.
And what do you do?
Writing it down, remember.
You're a cobbler.
I'm not a cobbler, no. But I know a tale of one. But that's not for today. Like I say, I help with the feast, but
As a serving girl.
well, Yes, but I also help with the rites and with the saying of words.
What rights would that be?
Clerical rites.
Oh, I see. Clerical rights.
Yes,
Interesting. That's very
Are you a
interesting.
religious woman, Erin?
of nature. Alona.
Nature. Alona. Right, cool.
Of what? Sorry.
Alona. At least I think that's correct. I actually have to look that up. That was off the top of
It
my
is,
head. I'm pretty
Alona
sure.
is the goddess of, well, one of her domains is nature. She's the
Yeah.
main nature goddess.
I mean, that's what the feast is all about. It's about hunger and it's about renewal and feeding
And it was utterly marred by entirely the opposite.
yes, but
Awful.
also from what I could tell, those creatures or those people in those masks. You said they were responsible.
They referred to themselves as Savage Doom. And yes, it would seem that they were responsible.
Nature has many sides, it seems. Come, if you don't mind, I want to be out of here.
Yeah, let's go. We'll alert any authorities we find along the way. I don't think there's anyone left here. So
We'll be the ones bringing word then.
pile in, chaps.
Yeah, so now that you're a horse or a cart,
I was going to say I'm not a horse.
that will mean you can get there quicker.
So the inside of the cart is it's quite comfortable. It's quite sizable, but it's a bit messy. Like there appears to be just like rubbish on the floor, stuff kicked under the seats a little bit.
Like a McDonald's wrapper obsidian.
It's not a McDonald's, no. It's McDonald's. What's McDonald's? What are you talking about?
So you are able to begin your journey because, like I say, you were on this cart. Oh, did I lose one part of my? No, I'm still here.
Oh yes.
Oh.
The screen went.
Okay.
Did you?
It seems alright to me. Yeah, I just seemed to glitch for a second. Anyway, so the 3-day journey will take 2 days because you're on a horse and cart. Or two horse-drawn cart, I should say. So yes, Black Whisper and Mr. Nobby faithfully draw you across the landscape. And you spend most of the day, you watch as the sun begins to rise, and Obsidian, this this doesn't seem too unfamiliar to you, but for those of you who are new to the area, you would be fairly stunned by the fact that, well, actually, no, you've all been here because you all had arrived here at some point. That's a good question. How much do you know of this place? Silaster?
I imagine not much. He probably would have been told about the job and then headed straight for here, I would guess. So only what he saw in his travels on his way in, I guess.
By ship?
I would imagine, yeah.
Okay. So you may well have arrived from Quarrel Quay or Bright Harbour, perhaps. You can decide that another time. Ansel?
Yeah, Ansel probably wouldn't. He wouldn't have arrived by ship. He probably would have arrived by foot. But unlikely to have taken much note of places he was travelling through particularly, unless they were relevant to people he was talking to and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair enough. Obsidian?
Yeah. Oh, well, I know this. Certainly, this sort of region of the land fairly well. I came up the coast. I've been to Bright Harbour before. I didn't go to Coral Quay. I don't think. He certainly wouldn't have travelled by ship. He would have gone by horse and cart. So, but yeah, I came from Valdenor, so I know this place relatively well.
Okay.
Not like really well travelled or anything, but have seen it before.
Good to establish that, so we sort of have roughly a knowledge of what you guys know and what you don't know. So anyway, with that said, yeah, now that the sun's in the sky, you get to see this really breathtaking, sweeping country. You've got the sort of the sea air, which is helping you feel a bit better after the conflict of the night before. And you enjoy an easy journey. Or do you? Let us find out. Yeah, you do not mark any troubles in the day. So you departed, just for funsies, you departed on the 1st because the festival of welcome is on the final day of the month of racing. So this is the first day of Wind Echo.
The Festival of Welcome. Oh, yeah. Interesting. And what's the date, sorry?
It's the 1st of Wind Echo. So, you're able to rest normally. But you will obviously have to camp out upon the coastal path. Are you going to set a watch?
I think it's probably a good idea. As far as resting goes, we can pretty much camp in the back of the cart or live out of it at least. If anyone wants to do that.
I only need to sit a trance for 4 hours. If you permit me that,
Oh wow, yeah, okay, that's cool.
then I will then let you both rest for as much
I
time.
do need a full sleep in order to
Yes, I must
the
say I
stuff.
enjoy sleep immensely.
So then, why don't we let Silaster do his trance thing first?
And we'll stay out.
And we can keep moving, essentially, for those 4 hours. So if he gets a sort of early night in the back of the cart and we just let him do his thing whilst we're trotting along, and then we stop and rest, the two of us, for the night, and he can keep watch. Does that sound good to you guys?
Silaster gives a nod. His hood has already been up, but he just pulls his hood down a little bit further and then just sits, lolls his shoulder down. But you can see, although he looks like he's slumped down, his hands seem to be in like a meditative sort of kind of grip just beneath him. And he almost falls into a stone-like trance.
So what is the order of watch? Sorry,
So basically, Silaster is going to go into his trance, but he's going to just sort of do that early evening. So we'll just keep traveling, because he can do it in the back of the cart, and then when he's done that, we'll stop and rest for the night. Rest the horses.
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
basically, I'm on a 4-hour trance, and I'll keep watching the whole night.
That's great. Okay, yeah. So in that case, then, yeah, Silaster, you get to sort of meditate in the cart, and the gentle lulling of the wheels round and round is the thing that you're able to sort of like focus on to put you into the right frame of mind. You're able to stop once that your meditation has been completed, just leaving Obsidian and Ansel and Aaron with you to rest for the rest of the night. The night passes without issue. you continue on the next day. On the cart.
What do our hit points look like at this point mechanically? Because I don't really understand the.
So whenever
Non-
you
Whenever
rest,
you
you
rest,
get...
it's...
Yeah,
Your-
but
your
obviously. Sorry.
Your level.
Yeah, but I mean, because we were. How
Non-lethal
does it
damage
work
is
with the
gone
non-lethal?
because
that's
we've
just-
got sufficient rest, and the non-lethal damage is gone, and we're now just healing back up our regular hit points.
Cool, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't understand the non-lethal bit, so just tell
Right,
me
well,
that bit.
well,
That's
well,
fine.
That's fine. Also, I did mention it, but she didn't actually show you what they were. But the potions that Erin had recovered, there are 6 Cure Light Wounds potions,
Oh, well, just 2 each. That's nice and easy.
and there is also a potion of Lesser Restoration.
Which of us is the most mobile?
The fist fighter would be.
Probably
Yeah.
me.
Okay, so I think Silas should have that then, because then he can get it to whoever needs it.
She it's sort of like in the middle of the day, and you've been able to continue your journey. And she says, "What are you going to do when you get there? Are you just going to tell the authorities?"
Yes. I mean, I think we probably should tell the authorities of what happened when we reach Quarrelquay, and then in Bright Harbour we have people to look for.
Yes,
Yes.
Swiftstone is.
That's one Swiftstone. The dwarf himself.
What about you? What will you do?
Well, I'm going to check to see if any of my friends made it back. She does seem ever so hopeful about that.
Yeah, where do you
So-
live? Do you live in a convent or church?
So I live with my family, but yes, I do journey to a shrine on the borders of Quarrelquay. There is a almost like a circle that has been created from natural rock. Water flows there, a spring that leads to the sea. But yes, that's where I usually dwell.
Okay.
It's very peaceful.
What about you, Ansel? Where do you originate from? Where do you hail from?
Good question. Well, I first suppose Feyreld would be where I hang my hat usually.
Feyreld. That's not in Orenthale, is it? Is it?
You can do a geography check, or geography
Just
probably,
me.
or intelligence, whichever you prefer.
Just straight intelligence. 13.
Is it just you, or is anyone else going to make that check as well?
I don't think I need to.
So Obsidian, you have heard of Feyreld. It is one of the kingdoms of Main Realm. It is widely considered to be quite a mysterious place. It's almost like a frontier kingdom. You know that there has been sort of word from Feyreld fairly recently in the fact that it serves as sort of like a border between the Three Kingdoms and the Dominion. Often a place of contest between those two mighty forces. Sort of on the backdrop of this very mysterious, very secretive land. That's what
That
goes
makes
to.
sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Are there many like you?
Not many just like me.
No. Oh, but
Some a little like me, I suppose. Hard to say.
curious and curious. What about you, Silas? Where did you come from?
Oh, the Rocken, Great Peaks.
You can give me
I have an idea where that is, but I don't know if.
So I don't think you will probably. I'll make you roll anyway to see what you know about it.
No, I'll give a 6. Intelligence, just straight
Ansel,
intelligence.
You
So
can
he's
do
not
the same.
I
not a
do.
clue. Not a clue.
It's undeniable, the Endless Rocken, because it is effectively known as the spine of the entire continent. It is a vast mountain range that reaches to the very north of Main Realm, to the very south. But you don't really know much about it other than it's just a wilderness of mountains. Yeah, effectively.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it produces people like you. So that's wow.
Yes.
It's a bit of a trek, and interesting. From the
And you, Obsidian, do you hail from
Veldenor.
nearby?
Nearby, yeah. I come from the capital, Orenthale. Yes.
What do you do there?
I mean, several things. Study the art of necromancy.
Oh, really? What?
Well, most recently, that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Good.
I have a little shop there. It's
A shop?
kind of a shop. Kind of.
Shop.
It's a shop that you don't want to end up a customer at, basically.
Can we visit?
You can visit, sure. Why not? Maybe one day you will, and I'll make you. Maybe one day you will, and I'll make you look pretty.
At that thing, maybe you will. I would like each of you to make a spot check, please.
Oh, we can do that. Well,
Can make the check.
I can make the check. I probably can. Ooh, 17. Not too
24. There we go.
20, not bad.
Okay, so Silasta, you're the first one to pick up on this. As Obsidian says, maybe you will. You, Silasta, sort of like just look out into the distance. The carties are trundling along this this dirt road, and you see that you're coming to a bit of an incline, a rocky escarpment, and this path sort of like leads up almost like a muddy ramp, as it were, a tall muddy ramp to like start going up onto this rocky path, effectively. And down towards you, a figure is sprinting, waving his arms wildly. Erin spots it as well, at the same time as Ansel, and then Obsidian, you as well. Like, so you're all pretty like sharp on the uptake. But it's Erin that stands up and says, "That's my friend! I told you it was alive! Pogwillin!"
Oh no.
You hear him yelling, "Run! Run!"
Oh
Silasta,
God.
because your spot check was exceptional, you note that the grass on either side of the road begins to twitch.
Is there water in a cup on?
No, not quite. Ambush-style guerrilla warfare. Suddenly, trapdoors covered in grass spring up to reveal barricades. You have trundled your cart into an ambush site, but because of your keen senses, you are not caught in a surprise round. Saliva drips from the open reptilian jaws of odd small creatures clutching spears and scimitars and bows. I'm going to quickly change this over so you can see. Pogwillin is rushing towards you.
Ooh.
And he is being pursued by odd creatures. Do you want to give
Pogwillin,
me
blind them.
either a nature check or a knowledge arcana check or just a straight intelligence?
Oh, knowledge arcana, good.
I have knowledge nature, but no ranks in it.
14, knowledge arcana.
8.
Okay, so Obsidian, you know of these creatures. You know that the patron of Orenthale, the sort of like the I think that is the patron,
the mascot,
the mascot, the patron of Orenthale, and mostly Valdenor is of a dragon. Dragons hold sort of like a reverence here. But there are also different kinds of draconic forces that inhabit the wilderness, and you recognise these to be the very lowest of them as kobolds erupt into an ambush against you. And I think that's probably a great point for us to take a very quick break.
Yes.
We'll try and make it a prompt one because we are on a time limit. Michael, how are we doing for power?
Not good, actually. I'm going to try something on the break.
Okay, well, let's go to break and let's see if we can do that.
You know.
For those watching, Mike's having a bit of an issue with his laptop charger, so it may mean that we lose him, which may mean we have to cut this out early. We will find out. But yeah, we'll be back shortly. Thanks for watching. We'll be but a moment. And we are back. And the Necro Wagon is beset on all sides. A vast number of kobolds have erupted from either side of the road and in front of you, pursuing a young wizard that you remember to be called Pogwillin. Turns out he's Aaron's friend. Is running towards you for safety. I just realised I cancelled the wrong music. That is the wrong music.
Super peaceful ambush.
Very peaceful ambush. Everyone relax and you won't get hurt. No, from all around.
Just here to fuck you up, that's all.
These small reptilian, nightmarish looking creatures erupt around you. And they move to strike, but they don't get the ambush on you. Silaster, you go first.
Ooh, yes. As a swift action, Silaster almost appears to vanish as he seems to move so quickly. He turns invisible. And
okay.
Still invisible, he double moves to here. That's
Very
bottom
good.
left. Bottom left kobold.
Okay.
But that's it. For all intents and purposes, he's just vanished. Again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you see, Obsidian, as it's now your turn. You see Silaster zoom, vanish. What do you do?
I will open the correct page. So I can. Oh, it's only one. I don't know why I had two before. I cast it twice, obviously. So over here looks like a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
I will reach out my hand, turn it up, and then raise it up out of the ground. This skeleton comes and then just sorts out its jacket, replaces its sort of monocle and its little top, evens up its top hat, and then attempts to attack that one there. So
Is that a skeleton, sorry, just to confirm?
that is a skelly, which I now obviously need to.
I've copied that straight over from last time. Are you in control of that one? Do you want to just check?
You feel in control?
I
you.
do feel in control. 3
Yeah,
points.
so erupting from the ground there is a Skelebob, a dandy skelly.
A skelly. Human, warrior, skeleton, stats are there, good stuff. And it will swing. I mean, it's got the stats for a scimitar, but we're just going to call it a dandy-looking cane.
Nice.
Exactly the same thing. But it'll attempt to hit that guy right in his back.
Yeah, certainly. So let's see.
Dear. It tries, and I think it probably thwacks it, and it's like, whoop, and the guy's like, ow. Doesn't
The
do any
kobold
damage
gives
of it.
it goes gives like a reptilian hiss as the skeleton swings and it sort of like lithely slithers out of the way. What else do you do? That your turn?
That is my turn. Yes, I'll do nothing else. I'll just stay around.
Very good. Now, unfortunately, Ansel, there's a few of them going before you.
Oh no!
This one doesn't know that you're there.
Oh, me?
Yes. The archer that you're standing right behind is going to loose a shot. And is going to loose a shot at... He's going to go for Erin. Erin's
Can I
standing...
take an attack of opportunity?
It does provoke an attack of opportunity, yes.
Don't let him try and grab the back of the arrow. Not Erin.
I can't do any maneuvers on this. I don't have any attack of opportunity maneuvers, so this is purely just a strike.
Okay.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Beautiful. Maximum damage, 7.
Oh my goodness, how do you kill this kobold?
You know what? I've literally so quickly run up in there. As I pretty much got to him, he's raised his bow. I just got up and snapped the kobold's neck.
It does one of those grunt noises from Halo. As as it gets slain without realizing that it had a foe right next to it this whole time. Anything else on your turn?
No, it's attack of opportunity. So.
Of course it was. Of course.
I remain invisible.
I keep forgetting that things are attacks of opportunity. I need to remember. Excellent. Well, that was that one. This one. Does that knock you out of invisibility? That attack of opportunity?
Greater invisibility.
Yeah, you keep reminding me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you can get there. This one, not realizing, is rushing to intercept Pogwilling as he charges down the road towards you, and this one is going to loose a shot at the young caster. Shoo! Arrow just narrowly misses him, catches in his robes as he dashes past. Number 4. Also going to try and shoot him. Bloody hell, it's his lucky day. Shoo! Another arrow shoots past him. That one seems to be wanting to engage the cart. That one is going to try and grapple him. Gets his touch armor class. And we oppose. There's a +4 because of his size, so Pogwilin is not grappled against the small foe. This kobold with a spear, vicious looking spear wrought from a broken tree branch and a scratched bit of flint, gets Pogwilin in the back. Draws blood. The young wizard gives, or the young caster gives a cry. Okay. This one also moves.
Uh-oh.
Just going to double move to there. That one's going to do the same. Just going to move. This one over here is going to take a shot at you, Ansel.
AC 16. Oh no, I've not acted. 14.
How do you defend yourself as an arrow flies towards you?
He just steps to the side and straight past.
Amazing.
Into the cart.
Yeah. This one is sees the skeleton and is going to engage the skeleton. It's going to do that so it can get the flanking bonus and strikes at the skeleton's armor class with a +2 because of the flank. What's the armor class, please, Obsidian?
The armor class is 15.
It's a hit.
Yes.
5 points of... Well, it's slashing damage, so I guess it's reduced, but yeah, 5 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, so it probably goes in between 2 ribs and just out the other side of the ribs, and it takes no damage.
Wow.
Skellies, man! They're just...
It reduces it by 5? That's mad.
Yeah, damage reduction 5. Only overcome by bludgeoning.
Wow, well, they're going to have to try harder, aren't they?
Indeed.
And this one is I guess, it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from the skeleton.
Lovely. Okie dokie. Then the skeleton, with his mighty +1,
Kane.
I'll throttle thee. As it
Swings
sort of
it
chatters.
hard.
You won't.
But the
No, Again,
it lithely manages to get out of the way. Amazing.
not happy about these rolls.
There are, it seems, now that the battle has erupted, a lot of them. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
they all roll better than Ansel, but it is now your turn.
Yeah.
So Ansel is going to charge to here. So it's
Oh,
over 10
nice.
feet, so he can
Yeah.
charge. And as he charges towards them, the same thing happens. He appears to be getting bigger and bigger. His clothes don't grow, but he's getting bigger, and his neck is getting longer, and his arms are getting longer. And he swings the scythe around in front of him.
What are you?
Oh,
Possibly a threat.
Possibly
24.
critical. So you rush forward.
Ah, shit.
That's a
Not a
shame.
critical,
That is
that's
such
a
a
real
shame.
shame.
Not a critical, but a definite hit. You rush towards that one. That is number 2. Okay, yeah. Do your damage.
So he does 5 damage. And then, because he's charged, due to dreadful wrath, they all need to make will saves. Everyone within 20 feet who is not an ally.
How do you feel
So I
about
believe that is-
Willin? Do you believe him to be a friend?
Does he believe me to be his friend?
Well, he's running to
yes,
you.
I think-
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yes, I think he's
okay, so it's basically wow.
Those 5, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. So they've got to do a will save, was that?
Yeah, that's right, of 15.
Okay,
In
good.
the, not in the spell description that it doesn't cover passing acquaintances.
Passing acquaintances.
Well, it's
well
not a
wishes.
spell, but no, it
And
it's
what about
enemies
very
only.
old friends?
Oh,
Let's see. Well, would you believe it? But the will save is indeed the kobold's strongest feature. No.
Is it?
So that is 2 of them failed already. Let's try another 2. No. And then the last one.
one could.
Every single one of them fail of those
Excellent.
5. So they receive what? Sorry.
So as Ansel charges towards them and sticks one of them with a scythe, they are shaken for a minute, which means they are -2 to attacks, saves, and checks.
They are absolutely shaken because of the brutality in which you slay this kobold. How do you do that?
It's just he swings it point first right into the thing's chest,
Oh my
and
god.
it's just
It slumps to the ground. Blood, like black blood, issuing into the dirt. Very good. Anything else on your turn?
is a charge a full round action, or is it?
Yeah.
So I can't do a swift action as well, can I?
you can, actually, but
Yeah.
you can do a full round action. Swift is essentially a swift action is just something else you can do that's not movement or.
Yeah,
Standard.
I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I'll curse this guy here then.
Oh, the archer. Okay, go for it. What's he got to do?
He's got to do a will save of DC 15.
Remarkably, does not make it. Let's see, which one was that? That was number 9. Okay, so he's got, in addition to that -2, he's also got another minus.
I don't think that one was in range, was he, or was he?
I think he was.
Um,
no, he wasn't. Sorry,
okay.
no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
So he's -2 to attacks, saves, checks, and weapon damage. So he thinks he sees something in the woods. It's just every time he tries to do anything, he thinks he's seeing. He doesn't know what it is, but it's creeping him out. There's something in the woods.
Like he sort of like is yipping to himself in alarm as he
You're
sees.
horrifying. You are a horrifying creature of the night.
That's the
I
idea.
love you.
Oh wow! Okay, that was amazing. So, with that being Ansel's turn, we are back to the top of the round. Silaster.
Yes, Celasta's invisibility drops. He seems to sort of slide into appearance. As he does, he immediately drops into a stance as he moves himself lower, and you see smoke just start to cover his body as he makes a charge attack at this one here.
Do him one.
And as he does charge, just as he is nearing the end, you can see that rather than going for a typical attack, it appears that he's going in like cutting his hand to almost do as he spins on the spot. But if he hits, we'll see what happens.
Okay, roll to hit.
And this is with an extra 2 for a charge. 22.
22 is a spectacular hit.
Excellent. What actually happened as I attack him is I bring my hand straight as a palm across his eyes for a clinging shadow strike,
Whoa.
which does 12 points of damage.
God.
I'm guessing he's not standing.
He is not standing. He has been
Okay.
absolutely wiped from the face of the earth 3 times over. How'd you kill him?
Celasta literally just charges at him. As he gets to the end of the charge, moving incredibly quickly, he almost seems to spin on the spot with his palm out, with a spinning slash, looking just to blind him temporarily, but instead cuts too deep. The kobold was too squishy.
Oh my god, yeah, just obliterated. I really hope we can keep this up because we've killed Kobold 1, 2, and 3 in order. Obsidian, it's your turn.
Well, I think we'll let the Skelly attack the archer in front of him first.
Yeah, certainly. So
Might as well. Come on, Skelly. Oh, 19.
So that is number 12, and that is a hit against number 12. Roll your damage.
Lovely, 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 lovely. That is 6 points of damage.
How does the skeleton kill that kobold archer?
Oh, lovely. So the thwack is just to the back of the head, but this time it's got a little bit more, and it just and lodges into it, and then the Skelly just sort of draws it back out, flicks it off, and turns to the guy behind him, ready for a follow-up attack. And
Oh my god.
Obsidian will take a step forward and attempt to touch that one there.
Yeah, that's number 8. Yeah, you rush forward towards him. It draws its spear back, but you're too quick. Make your attack.
Touch AC. Oh, it's a 20.
It's a hit on his touch.
So
Easy
he will
hit on his
take
touch.
7 points of damage. Just negative energy damage.
What does it look like as you slay him?
Lovely. I just sort of tap him on the forehead and say, die.
Okay. That was number 8 down and number 12 in that round. Anything else on your turn, Obsidian?
No, I've moved and I've cast, and the Skelly's gone. No, I'm good. That's me.
Okay, so 1 is dead, 2 is dead, 3 is dead. Number 4, let's see. He is the archer that is moved to here, I believe. Yes, it is. Yes. So he is spots Silaster, who has partial cover behind the sandbags. So with a +2 to your armor class, what is it?
It goes back to 18 because I charged.
Nice. So he looses an arrow. You know what? That was actually quite close, but not enough. How do you defend yourself against the arrow that sings towards you?
Using the momentum of my previous kill, I kind of spin myself low, almost like spinning on the spot to bring myself down and then back up again without losing too much momentum.
Amazing. So that was number 4. In fact, actually, he'll use his movement Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will end his turn there. Number 5, at a -2, is going to rush in towards Ansel and jabs at you with a spear. What is your AC, Ansel?
Since I charged, it's at -2, isn't it? So it's 14.
But your powers are what protect you. How do you defend yourself as that -2 that you gave to him makes him miss?
So has he got a sword or something? Presumably?
He has a spear.
So just as he's about to jab forward with the spear, Ansel just like turns his attention to him. He's like, and like just the hesitation causes Ansel to be able to just sort of bat it aside.
Amazing. Pog Willin's turn. He is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from 2 of them. Sadly.
Gwilyn, no.
He's already taken a strike, so yeah, unfortunately both of them are just going to go for him. He has not had the best luck so far. And yet, the luck has changed because their poor fortunes with those negatives defends Pog Willin. As they strike out at him, he manages to move away without being injured. The music has stopped. There we go. So he'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll get to there, and he'll turn on the spot, and he reaches out a palm as a flicker of magical light struggles to make itself manifest, and then a single magic missile is going to zip in at that kobold that just struck at him. He has to get max damage to kill it, I believe. And he does. He turns around and boom! Basically, this magic missile is about this big, but it shoots through the kobold's eye, and it just stands there for a moment.
It's not the size.
And then it just collapses to the ground.
It's where you aim it.
And Pog Willin shouts, "Beast!" as he does.
My man.
So number 7 of the kobolds has been slain. That was Pog Willin's turn. I see 5 actually went early. Oopsie daisies. So 6 is also going to... No, he's not. He's going to try and just close the ground and get ready for the inevitable elven monk. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he is actually just going to hurl his spear.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, you don't have cover, so it's just your standard armor class.
16. Because I'm still charged.
Possibly a critical.
Before you do that, I
Mischance.
do have concealment, yeah.
So that is not a critical, but a hit. Let's roll publicly the concealment. What percentage?
1 to 20.
Oh!
What is it like as your concealment defends you, Silaster?
He looks like I've definitely hit him, except it just goes straight through an after image, and I then move back into position as I get up from where I had been ducking before to block the previous attack.
Oh, that's
It was
dead
an
cool.
after image that stood up, and then I appear afterwards.
Ah, dead cool, right. So, that was him. Number 7 and 8 are dead. So number 9 is going to try and shoot Obsidian. What is your armor class, Obsidian?
15.
That's a hit. An arrow slams into you for
Yeah.
For 5 points of piercing damage. Thunk!
Yes, it appears that I don't take all of that.
Yeah, seems to also like graze you, bouncing off some kind of hidden power, perhaps. This one is also going to try and shoot you, I'm afraid. Number 10 also looses a shot towards you, Obsidian. But that one misses you. Is it for luck, or do you dodge or block?
Oh, it's definitely luck. Absolutely luck. Yeah, it's always, The first one hits him, and I think that he looks down. Ah! And then it just sort of flies over his head as he's looking down. It's entirely by accident.
Fantastic. By perhaps other forces at play to defend you this day. That rhymes. Let's see. 11. He's the one that's being hassled by that skeleton over there. Yes, he is going to desperately try and strike at the skeleton.
The skeleton puts his cane down and just goes like that.
What is the skeleton's armor class? I think that's a hit.
Sorry, I should have had that open. The skeleton armor class is also 15.
That's a hit. 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh!
Come on!
Skelly takes a point.
He takes a point. Come on. But that is it for the kobolds. Ansel, it's your turn.
Ansel's going to take a step away from the spear wielding
Okay.
kobold, and he's going to attempt a blast. So ranged touch. 18 to hit.
Okay. Sorry, which one was that against?
Oh, sorry, just the one that was next to me. This one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it. Range touch.
So he takes 3 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Is he alive still?
He is alive.
Good. He needs to perform a fortitude save.
Oh, God. As I...
He's at -2 already, isn't he?
He is at -2 already. And his fortitude is great, obviously. Yeah, so that is a total failure on his part.
So he was shaken before, he's now shaken and sickened. So he's currently at -4 to attacks, saves, and checks, and at -2 to weapon damage.
Oh my god. It looks like the world is coming to an end around him.
I'm then going to curse this one over here. And so I'm going to turn on the spot and glare at this guy, this kobold, and he needs to DC 15 will save.
That is a fail.
He is cursed. So he is -2 to attacks, saves, checks, and damage.
I've come up with a lightning system of working out who has got minuses to what. I'll explain later. I'm quite pleased with it. Yeah, so you basically turn around horror movie style, Slender Man style, boom! Like, and you're suddenly like in a place that he didn't expect, looking at him in a way that he has never been looked at before, and his mind just spasms at the very sight of you. Anything else on your turn, Ansel?
That is all.
Okay, and with that we are back to the top of the round. Silaster, a spear has just been hurled at you. What do you do?
Seeing that, I turn to who threw it, and I just spring up. Excellent. I move enough for my smoke to stay swirling. Keep my armor class. I dive in low, and it looks like I'm going with a straight hand just to literally jab it up through his chest, but moving very quickly so as he can't see where it's going. So I roll 2d20. I roll with advantage, Rob.
Very good.
And I will choose the lowest or the highest result depending. So the lowest result then gives me... I don't know. I'm going to take the 8, so that gives me a 16 to hit.
16 is a hit.
Then I don't get any bonus. So that is... Oh, only 4 points of damage to the spear thrower as I.
How do you kill him?
Darting in, keeping low, as I slide up for not really an uppercut, but I jab like a very straight hand up into his sternum until I feel something just crack, and then he just lifeless drops.
Savage. Yeah, it just stops. It just stops. That's the end of him. That was your turn, unless you can do anything else.
Nope, that's all good.
Obsidian, you just got like a glancing arrow shot struck you. I maybe that was the last attack against you. What are you doing?
Well, I think Skelly Boy will have a wee crack at that kobold there. So let's spin her around. Oh, Skelly Boy doesn't do well. What's with these rolls? Yeah, okay. So that's a no.
Okay.
But nope. Okay, can't reach any of them. But what I can do is look over at the one the skeleton has just tried to hit and attempt to get a ranged touch.
Yeah, by all means, go right ahead.
20.
Touch, definitely a touch.
And I believe it's a D6 plus 1. Takes 4 points of strength damage as a green sort of melty-looking ray of enfeeblement just sort of bursts from his hand. He's not that, probably not that strong anyway. So
he gives this grumbling howl as he takes all that strength damage, wilting before the towering skeleton in front of it.
But I will move so that I'm sort of back to back with Ansel to there.
Okay, nice one.
Oh, I've vanished. Why have I vanished?
Oh, I don't know. Did you vanish?
Yes.
Yeah, I was back to back with Ansel there, and then suddenly I don't exist.
Oh. Why don't you exist? I can sort of see your shadow there.
That is the dirt.
Oh, no, it's the dirt. Where have you gone?
That is the dirt. I don't know.
Can you do Control Z?
I didn't touch him.
Control Z, yeah, mate, it wasn't me. I can't delete my own character, I'm afraid.
Well,
much as I would like
I'm
to.
stunned. Right, hang on.
Have the power.
Bear with.
You know what?
No, I don't want you to do that. I'm going to delete you.
No, you can't be back to back with Ansel. Or maybe
He's
that's
too
what it
creepy.
is. I've been enveloped by some random
Yeah, you
portal.
just stepped into a different portal, yeah.
Ugh.
All the portals.
I have a feeling. I think I've sussed out Ansel's actual build.
Have you?
Oh, good for you, because I haven't got
I bet you've been
clue.
Googling ever since.
I don't know.
What is he? What is he? I must know.
I've got
It's
some
nothing
ideas,
like anything I've ever seen.
but I have no idea what the end game is. But I think I know what a few things are you're doing.
Right. Can you move that? Have you got control of your token now? I put you back.
I do
There you
rather
go.
feel in control.
Excellent. So you're back.
I
You've done
exist again! Look.
He
I'm
moves.
probably now in 2 different places on the map somehow, magically, but...
that. And then there were
Yeah,
2.
that is me. Do continue.
Very good. So, all of those kobolds are dead. I need to find the next one. I believe it's the one next to, Nope, it's this one here. Yes, he's just going to take a 5-foot step and shoot at Silasta. What is your armor class?
18.
Shoo! Arrow just misses you. Goes over your shoulder. Pogwillin is... Can he muster another spell, I wonder? No. He's going to run to there. Erin is going to take a turn. I forgot her last round.
Oh, what can she do?
She's able to make it to there, and is going to hurl a dagger at this kobold that took all that strength damage. Yeah! She hurls it as hard as she can. Oh my god! Yes! That is possibly a critical. That is a critical!
She has her moment.
She suddenly realizes I should participate in this battle, rushes forth, draws a dagger from her side. A dagger that's probably been used to, like, cut meat and herbs for, like, rituals and stuff, and she just hurls it, and it lodges into the kobold for... That's nearly max damage. That's crazy. The kobold that's locked in battle with the skeleton gets a dagger in the face. Thunk! And it collapses to the ground, wilted
Amazing.
and defeated.
So just at this point, the skeleton will turn and just tip his hat to the lady.
She looks
The
on
lady.
in horror. She's not sure, and she's like pretty freaked out at the sight of it, to be honest. But you know,
That's fine. I get it.
yeah. Now it's number 5, and I think number 5 still exists. Yes, he does. Only he is at a severe penalty. He's at -4 to basically everything, but he is nonetheless going to valiantly attempt to stab at Ansel with his spear. What is your armor class?
16.
Would have hit had it not been for the -4. How do you defend yourself?
He thinks, he puts all of his weight into it. He charges forward, sticks Ansel with the pointy end, and then he looks down, and Ansel just has his hand just slightly further down the thing, and he's stopped it just short of penetrating his skin.
Oh my goodness. There is a twang as a bowstring looses at you as well, Ansel. That's going to hit. Arrow slams into your shoulder for 4 points of piercing damage. Thunk. That was him. This one has been cursed. Is going to take a shot at Obsidian.
Bring it on.
Is cursed,
15.
so but that is a natural 20.
Beautiful stuff. Well done.
Not a critical as a hit. So that is 6 points of piercing damage. Oh, and I nearly knocked my T off. That was crazy. That was very close. Oh, 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Bam!
Yeah. Guy can resist, but that's still fairly potent.
Yeah,
And
he
I'm
rolled really well.
comfortable.
Like he going that. That was him. That is the kobold's turn. It's now Ansel's turn.
Okay. I would like to curse the kobold in front of me.
Very well. He stands directly in front of you, quivering.
DC 15 roll save.
That -4
it
goes on his
-4?
save. Yeah, that is atrocious. That means that's a -2. He got a
Wow.
-2 on the roll. So, what happens?
So he was sickened. He was shaken. And now he's cursed as well. So he's at -6 to attacks, saves, checks, and he's at -4 to damage. And
He
that
considers.
was a swift action.
Oh God!
Ansel would like to grapple him.
Well, you get a +4 because of your bonus, your size bonus against him. He is a small creature, so go ahead. +4 to your grapple mod.
But I have to hit him first, don't I?
I think we lost the monk. You do have to You have to touch. Yeah, we'll resolve this and then we'll work out what we're doing.
21 to touch.
21 to touch is absolute touch.
And then +4 to grapple, right? Because of size.
Correct.
26 to grapple him.
with his frail -6 tries to push you off, but like, no, you just grab hold of him.
It's not even a grab. Ansel just rests his hands on his shoulders very calmly, very coldly. Like the kobold grabs his wrists and tries to stop him, but it's just inevitable. Grabs him by the shoulders.
So you've got hold of him. Is there anything else you can do?
Nope.
Okay, that's that then.
I just want him, Rob.
We are back to the top of the round, but now we do have to work out whether we have a Michael.
He has said that he is trying his phone.
Okay.
He has lost the laptop. The laptop has gone.
Very well. We will use this as a very, very short interlude. I'm just going to go to break, and then we'll come back with Michael, hopefully. If not, we'll have to resolve
He
this.
is on a sinking ship at the moment with
Yes.
power, but he'll do his best.
We'll be back in 2 minutes. Hopefully 2 minutes. We will find out.
Fingers crossed, everyone in the chat.
Fingers crossed, everyone. Hello, thank you very much, our patient audience. So, unfortunately, our brother-in-arms, Michael's laptop charger has perished. So, we've lost him, and we can't get him back. So, we're going to resolve this combat, and I shall be portraying the part of Silaster as your humble understudy. So I don't even remember what I don't even remember what section of the combat we got to. I think we got to his turn, didn't we?
Yes, that we had to stop because
top
it
of the
was
round.
Right, top of the round. So we resume. Back to the top of the round, and Silaster is engaged in battle with the kobold. That went for him, which is that one there. No, he killed that one, I believe. I didn't mark him off. We'll just say he spends his round making sure that that one is dead. That's his turn. Obsidian, it's your turn.
Kicks
He kicks him on the ground. Yeah, are you sure he dead?
boots it a bit on the floor. Right, I can move to here, and I will go for a touch attack on that guy.
Okay.
5 on his touch armor class.
Unfortunately, the live, slippery kobold moves out of the way of your grasp.
I mean, you'd have to be a dead kobold for that to work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's
else?
me, but Skelly. How far can it move? It can move 30, so 6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can a Skelly charge? Yes, it can. It's not a zombie. Boom! It charges. Drops its armor class, but it charges. Charge adds 2. Does it to your attack?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, or 1, 2. Okay, so just on the base attack with the cane, it's now on +3. Skadoosh? No. Oh my gosh. So yeah, my go is crap.
I mean,
Move on. Move along.
So with that, this kobold up here is going to take a shot at Silaster. The arrow lances towards him, but does not hit his armor class of 18.
Slay him.
I know. I kind of was tempted. I was like, yeah, that was definitely a critical. No, that was Pogwillin. Pogwillin is yeah, you know what? He is gonna give it a go. He has mustered his courage, and he is going to move to there and fire a magic missile at the one next to Obsidian. Shoo! Magic missile shoots out. Does not kill him, but gravely wounds the kobold. Obsidian, a magic missile flies over your shoulder and slams into the kobold, staggering it back. Rocks tumble over the escarpment that it's standing next to.
Pogwillin's kind of stepping on my toes a little bit.
Little bit, yeah. Little bit.
Know your place.
He hasn't got much more he can do though. But that is his turn. I think Erin watches the skeleton charge over and belts that one over there. Oh no, did he miss that one? You know when the skeleton charged? I'm so sorry, I didn't note down if he
definitely missed.
He did miss. Okay, I'm just like, hang on a second. I didn't think he took any. Yeah, no problem. Right.
His standard armor class, he rolled an 11. So.
Yeah. Erin is going to. Bear with. I do have her stuff here. Let's see.
Does she have a second dagger?
No, but she does have something that she's going to grant to you, Ansel. She looks to you. and suddenly you have been granted a divine favor. You get a +1 bonus on attack and weapon damage rolls. So +1 to attacks and damage as
Nice.
Erin grants you divine favor. Then it is the one that is next to you that is riddled with all of those negatives. -6, I believe it is. Yep.
It is pretty much.
Desperately swings for you. You can see fear is in its eyes. It will probably try and flee on its next turn. It's just melting in front of you, but it swings wildly but misses. Then it is the one that is next to Obsidian, drops his bow and is just going to swing at you with a dagger. Obsidian, what is your armor class?
Come and have a go. 15.
Oh my goodness. It basically swings a dagger at you. How does it just miss you by 1?
Ha ha! Yeah, I think Obsidian literally just does a little backstep and just goes under his beak.
Nice. Very good. And then this one is going to try and it's also going to drop its bow and it's going to try and knife the skeleton. Possibly a critical, but it's undead, so that is a hit. With the dagger, I don't know if he's going to be able to... He can't bypass the damage reduction. So it just clangs uselessly against the skeleton's ribs.
The skeleton just looks down and then just... It can't express.
No.
Terrifying, nonetheless.
Ansel, it's your turn.
Would we like one alive? Probably not.
Nah. I sort of think they're just trying to kill us and take our stuff.
Cool. Ansel is
You get
going
the
to move
impression.
his hands. So he's currently just got the kobold by the shoulders. He just wants to.
Oh, you grappled
move his
him,
hand.
didn't you? Yeah, he wouldn't have been
I
able
did.
to have done that attack. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And
Go
Well,
ahead,
he
sorry.
missed anyways.
Yeah.
So you just want to move his hands from the shoulders just to the throat and just
Oh my
slowly
God.
squeeze. And he's just
oh
like,
my god.
Oh. Okay, so if you're choking the kobold, then he has his Constitution score in rounds to the point that he's choked to death. He gets a Fortitude save when he runs out of that number.
okay.
It's just like
I
drowning.
I don't think it is quite like drowning. I
think
can't
it
remember.
is.
I think it skips the holding your breath part and goes straight to the suffocation part because it's being choked as opposed to actually intentionally holding your breath.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I'm not
yeah.
sure because otherwise you'd have to hold it for essentially like 100 and something rounds.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but I know, but
It'll be a long time.
I mean, I don't want to go into too much depth of the exact process of what it takes to strangle someone to death, but it does take a while, doesn't it? So
I mean, I
it
think
does take a
you
while
are
to
aware this
strangle
is gonna
someone
be
to death.
gruesome, this.
So yes, we will say that he has till his end of his Constitution score, unless you do anything else. So if you're just focusing on that Ansel, we will say that he'll have less of that because of all of his negatives. All right.
Cool.
Okay, so you begins. Didn't think I'd be saying this, but you begin strangling the kobold to death. We're back to the top of the round. Oh god. Silaster is just going to use his movement. He will use his movement to move in towards this kobold and is going to strike at him. With that bonus
Oh,
to
it
his
looks
attack,
like it's wearing a pretty flower in its hair.
which is a 19 to hit, which is a success. His damage is 1d6 plus. Let's take it in turns. How does Silaster kill this kobold? Ansel, you can tell us how Silaster does it.
I think he should probably do a roundhouse kick
Yeah.
and
Very
just Top of the head, crushes the skull, breaks the neck.
It crumbles to the ground and sort of falls off that ledge there, and lands in a broken pile, defeated. That was Silas's turn. Obsidian. You have a wounded kobold in front of you. Just took Pogwillin's magic missile to the chest.
Yes, I would like to try and touch him again. I probably won't because my roll's been awful, but reach out and probably just sort of wisp his hair.
Was that a touch? Sorry, yeah, that doesn't
haven't
hit
got
touch,
hair.
I'm afraid.
Trying to touch armor class.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, but skeleton will go.
Okay,
attempt
yeah.
to hit that guy.
Yeah.
Again, I'm done. Move on. Move on.
Oh
I
my
missed.
god.
Everything goes wrong.
Right.
Stupid dice. You can't put digital dice in dice jail, unfortunately.
Right, I think
no
Pog... I'm not sure if Pogwillin would approach. I'm not sure if he would. He's quite scared. No, Pogwillin's going to go over here by the cart again. Like, he's I think he's pretty much done. He seems
Quite
to be
right
shaking.
too,
Yeah,
Pogwillin.
he didn't...
It's
ever
not
think
all
he
about
would...
being effective in combat, you know.
He's never ever been in a fight in his whole life. So the fact that he was able to summon enough magic to kill something is a miracle, frankly. That's his turn. Erin, however, has been in a fight before. She certainly seems to move like she has been in a fight before. So she's just going to spend her movement to come up behind the skeleton. That'll be her turn. Even though she looks horrified by it. And then the remaining kobolds. We have 3 left. So this one that's slowly being throttled is going to try and throw Ansel off, but has a -6 to everything and a -4 because of the size. So this is a -10 to try and get out of the grapple. Oppose grapple then, Ansel.
I have +1 for attack from the.
You have a +1, yes, correct. From your divine favour.
13, so it's achievable.
No. It's like just struggling at your arms, like desperately, like its taloned like feet sort of like start scraping at the ground as you're almost like lifting him into the air almost. Such a grim thing that's going on there. Oh god. That was his turn, and then number 9. Number 9 is the one that's in front of Obsidian, is going to try and knife you. Armor class Obsidian.
15.
Is a hit. Dagger is driven hard into your side for 4 points of piercing damage.
Ouchie!
Just draws fresh blood leaking from your side as he strikes through. And... yeah, that was number 9. Number 10 is beset by the skeleton, is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. The time has come for him to run, so he is off. He moves away, provokes the attack.
Skeleton hits him! Oh my god!
Smacks him, what for?
6 points of damage!
How does the skeleton slay the fleeing kobold?
Amazing! As the kobold kind of panics and tries to run away, the skeleton just lunges the sort of sharp-edged cane, and it just sort of goes, as he's turning, it goes through his neck.
Bam! The thing doesn't even make a noise.
At the end of it.
Just hits the ground without even making a noise, dead before it even hits the floor. Tumbles to the ground.
Roll.
I know, that was a great roll. Excellent work. And that was its turn. It spent its turn dying. That's embarrassing. There's only 2 of them that are left. It's Silas's turn. I guess Silasta is going to run to where Obsidian is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll use his full movement to get to his flank here. That's what he's going to do. That's Silas's turn. Obsidian, it's your turn.
Well, I will try and touch him again.
Do you want to take a 5-foot step?
I'll take a 5-foot step and try and touch him again. Well done. And that gives us +2, right?
Correct.
Oh!
Doesn't need it though, but he touches that kobold. You I was gonna say touch him good, but that doesn't sound nice. 6 points. What are you doing, and how, with 6 points of damage, do you slay that kobold?
I just sort of go from the wound I just took. I get a little bit of the blood from my wound, and then I just jab him in the same place that he wounded me, and it goes and just falls to the floor.
Oh my god! Right, and that just leaves the one. Now, I think what will be most effective here, because this is basically the end of the combat, to meet the requirement that I set for the strangulation of a small kobold that has a -6 to everything, would have had five remaining rounds to break it before you basically strangle it unconscious and then to death. So I will make 5 rolls, and if in those 5 rolls it manages to somehow surpass the staggering -10 that it has against you, then it will escape. If not, then it'll fail. I suppose you have to oppose, don't you?
Yeah.
So let's go.
Is it 27?
A fail again.
14.
A fail.
21.
Fail.
Do that one. 18.
Fail by 1. Oh wait, no.
Oh, really?
No, it wasn't by 1 because it still has minus. No, it still wouldn't get past that. This is the last one.
15.
2 on the die. What is it like as the kobold succumbs to Tatzel's grasp?
And that's 5 rounds, by the way. So at this point, we're just sort of watching.
Watching him strangle him to death.
Just
Oh dear.
feels gratuitous, Ansel.
Yeah, come on, you've got to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like classic, like, it's like struggling, like hands like on his face, trying to get his hands off him. He resorts to just one hand and he's just batting the hands away as he's doing it. And
it's
then
like,
finally
dun, dun,
just
dun,
puts
dun,
all of his weight on the thing's
dun, dun,
neck and just
dun, dun,
crushes the windpipe.
dun, 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 dun.
I regret this action.
The kobold
Gratuitous.
falls from your grasp and hits the ground, and there is just a silence. Mr. Nobby and Black Whisper nervously, like, you know, they held it together during the battle, but had the kobolds managed to get closer to them, that might have been a bit of a problem, and they might have fled in terror.
Shit, that would have been.
Yes,
bad.
that's something that I was gonna start rolling for when they got this one was proving problematic for them, but it was, you know, all good.
But instead,
all in
both
hand.
horses got to closely watch it be slowly asphyxiated.
That's actually true. So Black Whisper and Mr. Nobby, obviously used to seeing unfortunately deceased customers, now see another deceased customer, many deceased customers in front of them. Yeah, there's sort of like a grim silence that's fallen. Silaster wordlessly goes back to his place on the cart. Eren is sort of backing away from the skeleton and doesn't really know what to say or what to do. This is the second time that like undead have come to help.
It wouldn't have lasted a massive amount of time, so I think like halfway through the death of this kobold, it probably would have tipped its hat one more time and then just slowly collapsed into bones and then into dust on the floor and vanished.
It vanishes. Eren says, "We did it. We did it."
So we did.
And I think that's probably going to be a good place for us to wrap it up without the company of
Yeah.
without Michael. It is such a shame.
Yeah.
but we will be returning very soon. So for those of you who have watched live, thank you ever so much, and thank you for your patience in waiting for us to come back. Sadly, just one of those things with technology, but hopefully next time we play, we will have functioning technology.
We'll have our full company.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. There's some good stuff coming up. So if you enjoyed this, come back. To my wonderful players, thank you ever so much for being amazing as usual.
Thank you.
And
You.
thanks for watching Roll the Bones. I hope all of your performances are up to standard. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.